Well, hey everyone, welcome back to RC Mechanic Garage. And today we're going to do is work on part 2 of the e-maxx rebuild. It's back there, just waiting for me to do something with it. And one thing I have noticed off camera is that there's a bit more damage than what I thought, and some of the parts I bought I may not need, okay? But there's some parts I had already here, so that's a plus, right? So let's take a look at that, and I want to show you what I found out. Today we're back on the original cameras. I was using the Ace Pro, but I didn't like the part where I could actually dial in, the zoom part. So we're back to the old ones. Other than the obvious, I need shocks. This Entity axle right up here filled in the gap quite nicely, but it is way too big. I have the performance upgraded axles from Traxxas right here in the front, but I have a broken one. This one. You see it's bent. It's also not doing anything. Just checking the differential right here. This one's tight. But, okay, so on this one, if I put tension on it, I'm not sure if you can see it. See it moving? Let's zoom in a little more. Okay. So hopefully you can see it moving right there. I know I'm moving the whole truck, but either way, this differential is loose. So I'm going to have to go ahead and, well, at minimum, I'm going to have to take apart the whole front, right? We're going to change out the shocks and go from there. Hopefully I don't have any broken bolts up in here. If I do, I guess I'll have to address that at the time. These are actually shocks for the Maxx. They're pretty nice, except for the part where I still have to use spacers in order to adjust the spring tension right here. And they did give me plenty of those. I opened them up already. They even gave me new bolts, right? And a bag full of spacers. So we're definitely going to put those in. I'm not sure if I'm going to use any of these. I already have, I think, if I remember right, I already have the helical gears in this. The rear differential is locked already, and there's a reason why I do that. This set is helical, and if I do use anything out of either one of these sets, it'll most likely just be the ring, right? This one would be the ring and pinion because they're kind of matched. That's the way that goes. As far as the axles go, what I have is the Traxxas Performance Accessory Kit. I bought this a long time ago. It's been sitting in my RC toolbox for like ever. And it is 5451R Traxxas number. If you have an e-maxx, you're looking for something like that, go for it. They work pretty good, except for the fact that well, when I put them in, I had way too big of tires on it. These are the tires I had on it. They're Proline trenchers. Way too wide, way too tall. Steering servos couldn't handle it, right? And when I gave it throttle, oh, it had grip. Boy, did it have grip. But that's probably what took out my rear axle over there. And I got lucky, and I found a set of the original tires. The original Traxxas, what do we call them? We call them something. It doesn't say so on the tire. But either way, this is the original tire that came on this truck, and that's what we're going to put back on it when everything's all said and done. And yeah, we've got a bit of work ahead of us, so I believe the arms I bought were RPM. These work really good, except for the plastic is a little bit too soft, and the ball socket keeps popping out when it does cartwheels. Hey, that could be the driver. I don't know. Maybe it's a truck. Should we blame the truck? I think so. Alright, so that's what we have going on. Parts are in. I think I can pretty much take care of everything I need to. The clicking, I believe, was a broken rear axle, so we'll take care of that. I went ahead and took the rear part of this apart, and the reason why I did it and I didn't show you is because, well, there's a lot of screws here to work on, right, just to get this apart. So what we're going to do now is assess the damage. So let's start with the differential. One of the things I was concerned with was that may have damaged the gears in here with all the torque this thing has. It does have wear, but you can see these helical gears are just strong as hell. Now this is a hot racing ring and pinion set on here. Take a look at the pinion. Yeah, there's wear, but you know, nothing broken. So I think what we're going to do, we're just going to clean these up. Not with the bearings. We'll just clean these up, re-grease them, and put it back together. Alright. So as far as the axle goes, another favorite thing that likes to break is the pin right here. We're going to take that out. Ooh. I don't know if you can see that, but this one is bent. Okay. A little bit of torque. We'll just slide that off. Everything's fine there. We're changing the axle anyway, so we'll just, you know, take it out too. There we go. Alright, so it looks like what happened was that there was a burr. You can actually see, if you can see that, there's a bit of wear. The hole is elongated right there. If I remember right, I think this one already broke one time. But anyway, we're changing the axles. That one looks good. This one here, and I'll show you the other end here in just a second. Ooh, that pin looks pretty good. Whoa, bearings everywhere. Alright, so as you can see, it sheared it completely off. That's a good one, right? That's what I think. Alright, so we're just going to clean up all this stuff. I'm going to mix up a new mixture in the sonic cleaner. We'll probably not use the really harsh chemical I had. It was super clean, because that'll just take this anodization off. Make sure all these bearings are out. And speaking of them, let's see how they're doing. That one feels really good. Oh yeah. Isn't that weird? There we go. That one didn't want to come off. Okay. May have a little bit of a burr there. Let's take a look at it. Yep, that one's fine too. So we're good on bearings, at least on the back part. And like I said, working on these, they don't come apart like, you know, a few bolts and get at what you want. You're taking basically the whole truck apart, and there's a lot of screws. So it's not one of my favorite things to do, but when it's necessary, right? I have actually toyed with the idea of retiring this truck after we rebuild it, but I haven't decided yet. Parts have been in there for almost an hour. I'm just gonna pull them out. Let's take a look at it. Okay. Well, the arms came pretty clean, as you can see. Use that one. A little bit of goo right there. We'll just scrape that off and run it through again. These differential housings look really, really good. Yep. Both sides. Okay. The bulkhead brackets, they look really good too. Overall, this did a pretty good job of cleaning this. As you can see, that one. And there's that bracket that goes in the front. This one here. That looks really good too. That was really nasty looking. Whoa, almost lost it. Oh. Alright, the spool. Maybe scrape some of this excess grease off. The sonic cleaner does a pretty good job, except if you have like a bunch of grease built up, you have to kind of wipe it off. Then it'll clean it really well. The pinion, I mean, that looks so much better. I mean, now that it's clean, I can't even see where, really. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and scrape the excess off of this and a couple places on the arms and run it again and let this dry, and hopefully we'll be putting it back together. Okay, so I got the rear differential all done. If there's more that you want to see on that, don't fear. The front is exactly like the rear. So I'm just going to show you this. These are the new shocks. The dampening on these is incredible, but the springs are not so good. So what I'm most likely going to end up doing in the end is putting these Integy shock springs on. And as you can tell, they're a bit of a progressive. They're really tight on each end, and you just have this area right here. Right? Now they will come back up, but it takes forever. So I suppose if you're hitting bumps and stuff, it may work out. But first thing I'll try is putting some of them spacers in and we'll go from there. Alright, so the rear differential is done. Good thing is that I did not need any extra parts or a new ring and pinion. Everything I did to it, I slowly started remembering what I did to it. So looks really good, I think. All nice and clean. And this will most likely be the last rebuild. So I'm going to have to find me another 6S truck. If you have any comments or suggestions, let me know. I'm thinking Arma, but I also figured I would just you know, put all the original tires on here so we can all see what it used to be like. I also was going to go ahead and change out these steering servos, but I decided to leave them because when I retire something, I like to try to keep it as original as possible. So alright, so in the next video what we're going to do is we're going to do the front differential, and then we'll go on to the transmission. Like I said, the front and the rear are exactly the same, so it all depends on what I did to it. I don't know what I did to it. Did I put helical gears in that too? It's been so long I can't remember. Hopefully you liked the first part of the rebuild of the e-maxx. It has been an incredible truck for me. I have had tons of fun with it. It was my first, and I will have to say that even though it was my first hobby grade truck, yeah, there was some problems, but I worked through it. And what I also learned with this truck was that some upgrades are not necessary. Okay, it's kind of like the people in the crawling and trailing world where they have to put brass on everything, right? No, don't. Just need to drive better, you know. In this case, I just need to hit less stuff. Alright, so if you like this video, if you like what I've got going on, if you like the mix between the big and the small, make sure to hit me up, leave a comment, give me a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next video. Thank you for watching.